Hi, my name is Andy Torres. I'm the director at the American Embassy School. I want to welcome you to the first ever online activities and athletics webinar that's been held at AES, and I want to thank Rick Nelson and his team for putting together what I consider to be a very progressive and interesting program about the athletics and activities programs as they relate to our current situation, which is the AES Connected Campus Learning programs. Obviously, co-curricular programs are going to be a challenge for us. And moving forward this year, Rick and the many people that he worked with both on the campus at AES and around the world have kept in mind that the ideas that keeping students engaged in the school learning processes will make their learning more profound, more meaningful, and ultimately will bring that important sense of joy to their work, their learning in our classrooms. Our mission says that we are in a joyful pursuit of excellence in many things. Only one of those is academics, but it also includes athletics, the art, and the many other programs that AES provides. When people think about being a member of the American Embassy School community, and they talk about being a tiger, they talk about the joy of working with others, connecting with team members, learning to complete a complex task from beginning to end in collaboration with others. Those are the pieces that are lifelong learning skills that our students will take away from AES as a gift from Rick and his team, but also from the teachers and in partnership with the parents at home. So I invite you to enjoy the next many minutes as we move forward to learn about our athletics and activities co-curricular programs at AES. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Torres, and welcome to AES. It's great having you here as our new director of the school. My name is Rick Nelson. I'm the Director of Activities and Athletics here at AES. This is my third year in Delhi, and it's my honor to be part of an incredible community of students and faculty, staff, and amazing parents. So welcome to today's webinar. Today we'll be exploring the many ways, even in the midst of our current connected campus learning, that all AES students can share in the joy of learning through our activities and athletic programs. Throughout today's webinar, we invite you to write in your questions on the Q&A tab at the bottom of the screen. Our team is on hand to try to answer your questions as they come up. We'd ask that you only ask one question per comment, and be aware that we may hold off on answering some questions if we know they will be discussed during the presentation. Finally, we'll also have further Q&A time at the end of this presentation. So what's our plan for today? We'll start by introducing you to the activities and athletics team. Next, I'll share a brief overview of our program and how it's being shaped in this unique year for AES. You'll then hear from each of our program coordinators for elementary, middle, and high school. Included, we'll be sharing what we know about ASIAC and MESAC for 2020-21. This will be followed with information and opportunities for adult learning here at AES. We'll finish by taking time to answer any further questions you may have. So let's get started by meeting our talented, dedicated, and experienced team that work behind the scenes to provide high-quality learning experiences for all of our students. I'm very honored to work with each of them.
Hi, my name is Isaac Curry. I teach middle school makerspace and media publications, and I'm the Assistant Director for Activities and Athletics, and this is my 10th year at AES.
Hi, my name is Janki Ribeiro. I work as an Executive Assistant to the Activities and Athletics Director, MESAC and ASIAC Housing Coordinator, and Adult Education Coordinator. I have been working with AES for the past 12 years. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Janice Roper. This is my 4th year at AES. I work in the admissions department, and I also coordinate the after-school activities program for the elementary school called IPOP.
Hi everyone, my name is Sikha Battu. I work as an admin assistant in athletics and IPOP office. I have been working with American Embassy School for 3 years. Thank you.
I'm Raju John. I'm a equipment manager at American Embassy School. I've also coached baseball. I've been here past 30 years.
Hello everyone, myself Ranjan Kumar Ekka, helper in athletic activity. I had been a part of AES from past 6 years. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Malay Mitra, is an American Red Cross certified lifeguard instructor and water safety instructor trainer, and also Saturday Swim School coordinator. This is my 22 years in AES. I'm a head lifeguard for the swimming pool. Thank you.
Hi, myself Jitendra Tokas. I'm a lifeguard, coach, and teaching assistant in high school. This is my 11th year at AES. I'm the head coach of AES swim team and AAZX swim team. And also I'm co-coordinator of Saturday Swim School, and I'm leading all the before and after school swim programs at AES.
Hi, I'm Vijay Kazla. I'm working with AES last 5 years as a teaching assistant, lifeguard and coach. I'm doing ASIAC and elementary swim coaching as well. I'm involved with the IPOP activities also. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Vaidali. I am working in AES school. Last 4 years as a lifeguard. I am qualified Red Cross certified. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Anil Kumar. I'm tennis coach in AES. I'm coach MISAC and AZAC last 7 years. I'm running clubs for high school, middle school and elementary. And for elementary, I'm running also IPOP. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Samrat Kawach. I coach play from beginner level up to the ITA Pro level. I am GPTCA, USPTR and ATP certified coach. I have been working with AES since 2014. Thank you.
Welcome back. Activities and athletics are ingrained in our school mission statement, where it states that AES provides a balanced education defined by a joyful pursuit of excellence in academics, athletics, arts, and service. Beyond this curricular school day, most of our students become engaged, positive learners by contributing to their teams, groups, clubs, after-school activities, and broader community. For many of our students, and perhaps for each of you, school activities were perhaps the arena where we found our most lasting school memories and possibly our best real-life and meaningful learning. Our program goals are centered around positive youth development. Goals such as taking on positive risks and challenges. We all want to stretch our edge. We know our best learning happens when we take a risk. Gaining new skills, whether it be physical skills, getting on the stage, any skill that helps improve us as we move forward. Meeting new friends, enhancing personal and social responsibility. Some may call this civic engagement. Developing higher self-concept and self-esteem. By self-concept, I view this as how I view myself, and self-esteem is how I think others view me. Having higher self-esteem and self-concept builds confidence in life and continues to build character. Building higher levels of individual and group efficacy. Efficacy is a measurement of believing in oneself or with others on whether we can accomplish our goals, dreams, and really feel like we can make a difference. Finally, we constantly are looking at ways to lift up our students as leaders by providing meaningful opportunities for developing and using leadership skills such as project planning, problem solving, communication skills, and service. 2020-21 is a unique year for all schools, and AES is no exception. That said, there will be great opportunities for wonderful surprises and amazing discoveries. Martin Luther King Jr.'s words fit well for where we find ourselves now. If you can't fly, then run. If you can't run, then walk. If you can't walk, then crawl. But by all means, keep moving. And it's our intention here at AES to keep moving. And we hope our students can keep moving, keep learning, and keep discovering in no matter what format we put forward this year. With that said, and because this is a unique time, in history, much less for AES, we must focus on one of our most important goals, and that is to manage real risk and focus on health and safety for all of our student participants and coaches and advisors, especially during a pandemic. Thus, moving forward, we will follow the highest international standards of health and safety and how and when we will run our activities. To do this, we'll be taking guidance from international school associations and athletic organizations such as the Aspen Institute of Project Play, the Australian Institute of Sport, the CDC, the American Red Cross, and many other organizations. We have spent all summer collaboratively planning with our colleagues at MESAC and ASIAC schools to plan what, how, and when we can get back into action. And based on our planning and discussions, we will open our first season in September with online co-curriculars for all that we offer. From there, and it is our hope, as we assess each week the situation at AES, in Delhi, and in our region, that we can open on-campus co-curriculars at the point when we are able to de-escalate our pandemic response for campus use. Even then, everyone should expect modifications, some restrictions, and community guidelines for safety and prevention. Moving forward, we know in the immediate weeks ahead that our campus will likely not be a place for students to gather and meet after school or on weekends. We also note that we don't want to raise another concern, that is just adding more screen time. Thus, our final goal is to make sure that if we are offering online activities, clubs, and meetings, that they are meaningful, engaging, and a positive use of time for all student participants. So let's look at each area. We'll start with our elementary school. Joining us now is our coordinator of our IPOP program, Janice Roper.
Let's talk a little bit about our after-school activity programs for the elementary school. The program is called IPOP, and it stands for Individual Power of Passion. We want to help students learn more about themselves. We want them to try different things and learn about what they love to do. One of our AES value statements is we believe that everyone lives more meaningfully when pursuing their passions, and that's what we want to help elementary students work towards, learning what they're passionate about, learning what they want to do, not being afraid to try new things, all of those things to help them develop their passions. We offer a range of activities incorporating the arts, academics, creativity, technology, and athletics, so every child can find something they enjoy in the IPOP program. Our activities for the coming semester will be online. We've planned for a few ways that we can be flexible to allow us to adapt to any changes as we move forward. So our typical IPOP semesters are 6 or 7 weeks, and we'll start off this fall with 3 to 4 week sessions with a simplified registration and no fees. We may consider options for different activity timings, so we'll aim right now to begin with for that after school time slot, but we may make adjustments as we move forward. And we'll also start with fewer options for activities than we would normally have in IPOP, but again, we have room for growth as we move into other sessions later in the fall. Our first session, we're targeting September 8th to October 1st with registration in that first week of September. The sessions will be about 30 minutes long and will begin in that 3:30 to 4:30 p.m. IST time slot. Watch for an email with further details and links to the schedule and registration information coming very soon. We're excited about a new model for the IPOP program and the opportunities and learning that it might bring for our students and our instructors. Although we're online and we have a different model, we still want to help continue to make connections with their peers. We want to get them moving with dance and sport and other physical activity, and we want to help them create things and learn new skills. And as always, we want to have fun together. We want the kids to enjoy the program, have a fun and engaging time with their instructors and their peers. We all look forward to getting back together as soon as possible. In the meantime, we'll work with you and our IPOP instructors to provide a fun and engaging program for your children. We welcome your feedback and ideas as we move through this together. Please reach out with any questions or suggestions. Thanks for your time.
The ASA program, or Arts, Service, and Activities, are a huge part of the entire middle school experience. It's primarily run by our faculty and staff who offer things that they're interested in and find student interest and try to cater the program towards that. We have three main objectives with the ASA program. First is variety and frequency. We offer the programs quarterly so that students have lots of options to change each quarter. We also want to offer a lot of variety so that students can discover new interests and then practice those interests. The second is we want growth through this experience so that they get better at the things that they're trying, be it chess or photography or bullet journaling. And then the third thing is that we want to provide social opportunities for our students outside of the classroom and other typical middle school experiences. ASAs are going to look a little bit different, at least in this first semester and first quarter. The first quarter will be all online, and that starts September 8th. Some of the positives of being online is that we have some flexibility in the timing of the offerings as well as what we offer. For instance, dog training is being offered in this first quarter, which is probably only possible because we're online. ASIAC is our middle school interscholastic conference. It's a 3-member league, so it's us along with the American International School of Chennai and the American School of Bombay. And this is a really awesome league. It's a place where students come together, they build friendships over time. It's got a great spirit of camaraderie and competition, and it's a lot of fun to continue to see the same students across the year and across the years. Students really build some valuable friendships. If this was a typical year, I would be talking about our first and second season sports of soccer, basketball, and table tennis, but of course this is not a typical year. The good news is that all of the schools have been really proactive in making sure that we continue to provide these opportunities for camaraderie and continue to build this incredible ASIAC spirit and let students continue to interact with one another. In September, we are starting ASIAC, be it a little bit different than normal. We're offering 3 different ASIAC activities to start: ASIAC Leadership, Esports, and Academic Games. Each of these will have virtual competitions with the other school, and we'll also have a local component where it's just our AES teams working together to grow in those 3 different areas. We're really excited to be able to continue to offer a robust ASIAC program and offer opportunities for the 3 schools to continue to interact and for the students to continue to build those relationships.
Hi, my name is Darun Kitch, and I'm the high school assistant principal here at the American Embassy School. One of our pillars here at AES is that we believe in the joyful pursuit in not only academics, but also athletics, arts, and service as well. In a regular year, if you were to visit our campus after school or on a Saturday, you would see the gyms and fields full of students participating in a variety of sports. You would see our high school students working with local students on their English or volunteering in the Blind Relief Program. You'd also observe students working as part of the Gender Sexuality Alliance, being part of the honor societies, participating in any of the numerous clubs that we offer, or writing for The Roar, our student magazine. So, why as a school do we place such an emphasis on activities, sports, and service? For some, it may be that it helps with their college applications, and that's true, it does. But for the vast majority of our students, this is their chance to develop relationships, build their social network, learn how to be a good teammate, learn a variety of skills, build their self-esteem, and yes, those breaks and a little exercise positively impacts their academics as well. For service, Mahatma Gandhi said it best: the best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others. And I know our students make a difference in the life of others. Our virtual Mela is on Monday. We've got a website where students can find all the information on all that we offer. There's also a form that students can complete to indicate their interest in the club. More information is going to be in our student announcements. Even though this is going to be an unusual start to the year, I know our staff and students are anxious to get started, and I encourage all of our students to get involved. Thank you.
Hello again. MESAC, the Middle East South Asia Conference, is our exciting 6-school collaborative student activities and athletic association between 6 schools in Abu Dhabi, Dubai, Doha, Muscat, and here in Delhi. MESAC opportunities are for students in grades 8 through 12. Normally, we put on 3 seasons each school year, with each season offering opportunities for junior varsity and varsity participation. Normally, those seasons look like this, where you can see the first season runs from August to November, second season November to February, and third season February to April. And again, we have a wide variety of offerings for students to participate. Unfortunately, our athletic programs in the MESAC have been hit hardest. Earlier this summer, MESAC postponed our first season volleyball, golf, and swimming programs due to the pandemic. We are, however, moving ahead to run a virtual season this fall for our academic games program and plan for the end of the season to have a virtual academic games tournament that AES and ABA in Muscat will co-host together. We hope to do this in November. Also, we are currently hoping to move our first season sports that were canceled to the second half of the school year should conditions improve for all member schools to practice, prepare, and attend an end-of-season event. We also will have contingencies in place for possible virtual formats for some activities should we be unable to travel to or host on-site events. Please keep listening for announcements as this develops this fall. This is ever-changing, and we hope to have concrete plans for everybody in the next month or so for our seasons beyond this fall. Next, in our final program to explore is for adult learning. We have a strong adult education program here at AES. Janki Ribeiro is our adult education coordinator and here now to provide information on our first semester adult education classes.
Hi, my name is Janki Ribeiro and I am the adult education coordinator at AES. Adult education program is open for AES, British School, French School, and German school parents and staff. Members of the diplomatic missions and the international organization are also eligible to sign up and participate. Online registration to the program will be open from August 31st, 9 a.m. until September 6, 5 p.m. Payments can be made either online or by check. All classes for this semester will be conducted online. All sessions will be recorded and the links will be shared with the participants. We have about 16 unique courses in the categories of creative learning, history and culture, dance and fitness, and language learning. Kindly visit our website to check the details of the courses. And before concluding, I would like to say a few words by Mahatma Gandhi. Live as if you were to die tomorrow. Learn as if you were to live forever. Thank you.
Thanks everyone for hanging in there. I know this has been a lot of information and I'm sure you have many questions still. If you have specific questions about programs in any of our divisions, please contact us at the school. Here are the email details for all of our coordinators. Again, in the elementary school, our IPOP coordinator, Janice Roper. In the middle school, for our after-school activities and our ASIAC programs, Isaac Curry. For high school clubs and MESAC, please reach out to me, Rick Nelson. And for adult education, our adult education coordinator, Janki Ribeiro. We now move on from our recorded webinar to our question and answer time. So thanks again for joining this session, and we'll be coming on live in just a moment. Hello, everyone. Good morning, good evening, wherever you might be. Thanks for hanging in there. A lot of information, and we are here now, our team, including some other folks here, are here to answer questions you may have about any of our co-curricular programs in the elementary, middle, or high school, or any broad general questions about our facilities, any those kinds of things you may have questions about. So welcome to Dr. Torres too, who just arrived in Delhi in the last day.
Thanks, Rick.
On ground, so great to have him there. And
Thank you.
so please, you can put your questions on the Q&A board, and we'll answer those questions live right now. No questions.
Well, Rick, I was going to say, if I think you were very clear. If people do have questions, they can reach out, and it's a very understandable format here with your team. And so, thank you to Janki, Janice, Isaac, and yourself for putting this information out. Somebody told me last spring when I was offered this job that. And then as COVID came into being part of our reality as it sits now, we were going to have to be creative and sort of look for different pathways to keep our students engaged. And I think you've done that, and we are going to continue to do that moving forward over the next several months. We're hoping that we find some ways to mitigate this virus, and through some careful practices, we'll be able to get there. I have a whole list of common FAQs. I probably should put one like director FAQ list out. One of them is, when's the swimming pool going to become open to parents and students? We're currently looking at that. It's going to be a little bit of a time before we get to that point. As you know, the government is still saying that swimming pools should remain closed. We're kind of in between space with the way we run our campus and our standing, but up until this point, we're going to wait a little bit longer. I know that Rick and the members of the teams, the members of the lifeguard team have been drilling and preparing for people to come to the swimming pool. A little bit easier answer, and one we're going to be able to answer here pretty quickly, is around tennis courts and the soccer fields and so on. Again, we're just going to have to figure out how to manage that as far as social distancing goes, and make sure that people follow the rules and follow our guidelines, which we are finalizing as we get ready to open campus. Our number one priority right now, just to make sure that everybody understands that, is preparing for the opening of school. And that's what, everybody practically on the screen that you see, and a whole bunch of other people behind the scenes who are busily preparing our campus for a hybrid learning model, which is taking up a lot of bandwidth. So we're working toward getting to that point.
Yeah, I guess I'd echo that. I can mention that we've been in contact with quite a few different international athletic and physical education associations, and looking for the best practice and guidelines for opening up field spaces, gymnasiums, fitness centers, pools, and really looking for wisdom out there and research that's telling us we can do this safely. So we want to be careful. Health and safety is really critical, and we want to make sure that we're not putting anybody at risk, or someone is not putting somebody else at risk because we've opened up something too quick. So we'll be cautious in that front, and we'll get there. We're confident we'll get there, but we'll do it following best practices. There's a question about team sports and seasons. Yeah, I would say what we're talking about within ASIAC and within MESAC is that the seasons for athletics, if we're able to do that, will be a shorter season. But our intent is to make sure that kids get their experience they're looking for. So if they're a volleyball player, We want them to have a volleyball season. And if they're a swimmer, they get a swim season. We're not trying to cut out any activities. And one of the hardest things last spring was when we had to cut out some activities, track and field and badminton, for example, speech and debate. We had to cut those last spring. So we don't want that to happen again if we can help it. So that's our intent. And I have a strong collaborative partners in our ASIAC and VSAC schools. And really hope we can do that in some format, but it probably will be shorter to get it all in once we get there. Great question.
I'm answering the question on when we're going to move to hybrid learning and writing so people can see it. But what I'm saying is that we've been planning on, in anticipation of opening in early to mid-September. We're not going to commit to a date at this point because we're waiting for advice from the government to see what they advise and for us to be able to feel like it's moving forward. And just to look for my note in Tiger Tales that's going to be coming out tomorrow.
There's a great question about training at home if you're connected to a particular athletic team. And I know for the high school, we're starting our clubs program very soon. Our MELA, as Mr. Kitch mentioned, is going to be next Monday about all our high school clubs, and part of those will be athletic clubs. So the challenge online for especially team sports, like Mr. Curry, who's our varsity basketball coach, is how does he get his kids in shape, but still engaged in basketball when we can't be right now in the courts. So yeah, there's lots of great fitness training and things we can do. And that's what our clubs will do the best they can to keep kids engaged. I know I've talked to some and they're going to do specific training around muscle groups and aerobic training, and then watching lots of good quality video play to improve their game when it comes time when they can actually get on the court or back on the pitch. So yeah, there's great opportunities, and we're going to try to engage our coaches to reach out to their kids through our clubs programs. Another great question.
Well, Rick, I think we anticipated about 40 minutes tonight for this, and we are right almost at that time. If anyone else has any further questions, again, go back to the recording. You can see the email addresses and the people to contact, but you can always go straight to Mr. Nelson, and he will direct your question if he doesn't have the answer. And I want to, again, thank everyone for attending. We have over 100 attendees, counting our panel here today earlier, and so we've had some good information that have been put together for this, and I appreciate the time and the partnership, again, that we are hoping to reinforce parents to school. So please reach out if you have a question, and don't worry alone.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us, and look forward to seeing you again soon on campus, and always available to answer your questions. Thank you, team, for staying up later today or this evening, and we'll see you soon. I'll be back in Delhi next week, so we'll see you soon. Thanks.
Thank you. Bye-bye.